Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here. Today is October 13th, 2025. And when I look at the markets, it seems like the US stock index futures are up sharply this morning after Friday's major sell-off as President Trump signaled a more conciliatory approach to recent trade tensions with China. He created it and he just wound it back. This pivot has improved risk sentiment following last week's rout. So the market is at the mercy of unstable genius who is going to do anything, anytime. I was looking at the Chinese newspaper in the during the weekend, and most of the Chinese newspapers on Saturday and even as late as Sunday had an article showing a tough stance from China regarding the rare earths, calling US unfair. But this morning, I couldn't find any article about rare earths in the couple of Chinese newspapers that I generally look at. They are English version of Chinese newspaper. I can't read Mandarin or anything. So that's the story. So we'll see what happens when the market opens. And the Dow actually closed 1.9% down on Friday. Nasdaq plunged 3.6%, S&P shed 2.7%, marking the worst day for technology stocks since April. In the past, we had US presidents who were very circumspect. They were very careful what they said, and even when they were making a speech, they selected their words, sentences, and the inflection of how they spoke and where they spoke, just making sure that they don't send any wrong messages. But right now, we have an unfiltered president. His every thought is out on Truth Social, and it moves the markets. Maybe a decade down the line, somebody could investigate and see who all made a lot of money in this process, because retail investors are getting hammered. I mean, technical analysis or fundamentals don't have any value in this market. The market was hammered by an escalation of US-China trade war, including China's announcement of new restrictions on rare earth mineral exports and US tariffs jumping to 100% on targeted Chinese goods effective November 1. So the way the Chinese look at it is that if US can tell NVDA not to give GPUs to China, then why not China say that they're going to put controls on rare earths? Because whatever is national security for US, likewise, there is national security for China as well. So that's where they are coming from. I don't think this spat is over yet. We'll have to watch the space and see how it works out. And the US shutdown, government shutdown, is entering day number 13. And it's hitting federal services and delaying key economic data. Layoffs of federal workers have already started. And the market is still looking firmly on trade and earnings headline to determine where it wants to go. In terms of stocks, I think Levi Strauss shares are plunging more than 12% after warning Q4 results will be hit by new tariffs. Qualcomm is down 7% after China launched an antitrust probe into its acquisition of an Israeli firm, Autotalks. And Applied Digital and Amazon are also among high-profile decliners, with Amazon down 5% Friday and remaining in focus. And G20 has given a warning that it has flagged that the potential for a financial market crash is very high, citing for the asset prices and economic or geopolitical uncertainty. I don't think this is anything new. I've been screaming about this for the last 3 months. Asian market sentiment remains cautious, but steadied as Trump softened his stance, and European markets opened mixed. So that's what I'm thinking is happening out there. Today's price action is expected to be shaped by relief from softened US-China trade rhetoric, lingering government shutdown uncertainty, and high-profile corporate warnings. Tech and consumer sectors remain most volatile, while investors will watch closely for any further official remarks from the White House and guidance from global leaders. So that's the lay of the land. Let me look at the chat section. There is a lot of chats going on. I could see it from the corner of my eye while I was reading my script. So Hot Dog is saying, not confirmed, but Australia may become the first country to settle its trade with you on. Yeah, I think Australia, even European Union is talking about it. India is going to do that for its oil purchases from Russia. And India has inaugurated the first foreign currency settlement in Gift City in India. And that's going to do near live kind of settlement. So that's another major change that has happened. And Inf is saying Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. Yes, Happy Canadian Thanksgiving. We had a long weekend out here. And can we see Meta, RKT, and MP Minerals? Sure. I think we continue, Raj, or sell back down. Oh, if I knew that, I would be a billionaire, wouldn't I? So I'm just a humble retail investor sharing my thoughts. Thanks, Hot Dog. Thanks to you from both me and Inf. Both Inf and I are in Canada, but in different cities. So thank you very much. And let's go and have a look at what's happening in the charts. And let's start off with S&P 500. Okay, let me go to the 1-day time frame, recalibrate the charts. I'm going to expand this a little bit, recalibrate so that I can talk to you. Okay, so this was the big candle that brought us down on Friday. Now, the importance of this candle is that it has wiped out all the progress made since 12th of September. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 days of progress wiped out in a single swoop. And how big was it? It broke through our long-term line of support and came down, touched the parallel channel, got pushed up again. The good part of it is that it has not confirmed below multiple resistances. It's moved up above this diagonal line of support of the new parallel channel that we created. Now, that is still not out of danger. What we want to do is we want to close above this candle. Above this candle. We have to close above this candle. And if we do that, then we are out of danger, or else this candle is going to dominate. So there is bearishness in there, and there is cautious optimism. That's the way I would put it. Look at the market sentiment. Totally bearish. MACD totally bearish. Momentum below average. So the repair is starting today. And hopefully Trump doesn't say anything crazy, neither do his officials or anybody say anything crazy. Then we have a chance of doing slightly better. Otherwise, I think we have to watch carefully for the bearish bias to express itself. Next is NASDAQ. Same story with NASDAQ. We have to confirm above this line of support. And if we close above this candle, then we would confirm above this line of support. However, unless we confirm above this candle, we are not out of the woods, because this candle is encompassing all the progress made over more than a week. So it's a very powerful down candle. So with that said, let's look at dollar index, which seems to be resurgent. And VIX is down 4.25%. But yesterday we had a huge spike. So I would look at this as a little bit of giving back. But we are still not out of the woods yet. Let's go to gold. That's where I think the big story is going to be. Everybody thought that gold is going to cool off, and you can still see that dollar is resurgent, dollar is up again, dollar index, but still gold is going up. Now, that is because of the fundamental reasons, the economy and everything. Now, up to where can gold go? So I see blue skies for it all the way up to, this is a variable line of resistance. Let me mark that red. This is a variable line of resistance. So for today, it's going to be at around 4,886, and it will keep on increasing as days go by. Now, where did this come from? Okay, I'll have to take you to a monthly just to do a quick recap and show you where it came from. So this is the monthly chart, and it has got 1, 2, 3, 4 touch points, and it comes all the way up here. So that is the context, okay? So that's the context where we are coming from. I don't have anything more contemporary. And in the monthly chart, this is the way you would see it. Oh, you're not seeing my screen? Oh. Sorry for the big boo-boo out there. Let's go back. Let's do this. Let's do the S&P 500. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, let's start off with S&P 500. Okay, so S&P 500, what I was saying, S&P 500 futures. Let's go into a daily chart and just recalibrate it. I'll do this quickly. What I was saying was that this big candle from Friday, it's very significant because it has wiped out all the gains since 12th of September 2025. So whatever gain we have seen here today, it's not a complete rebound. If we close above this candle, then we would have confirmed all these lines as support. We would have reconfirmed them as support. And if we close above this candle, then we take away the bearishness that is given to us by this candle. So I'm cautiously optimistic. Sentiment is bearish, MACD is bearish, and momentum is just below average. Then we look at NASDAQ, same story here in NASDAQ. We are not out of the woods. We have a bearish sentiment out here. Dollar index is going up, but you would see that gold has continued to go up. Last week, we were thinking that gold would probably start giving up, but gold is up 1.44%. At the same time, dollar index is up 0.36%. This shows that there are market participants who are still worried about geopolitics. They're still worried about macroeconomics and all those factors which the stock market seems to be ignoring. And how far up can this go? So for that, I have a diagonal line of resistance out here. I'm going to show that to you by going into the monthly chart and just do a quick recalibration. Now, this diagonal line of resistance comes to us all the way from 3rd of April, and it has got a touch point on the 3rd of March of 2008. So 3rd of April, let us go back here. 1st of May 2006. Then we have another touch point at 3rd of March 2008. Then one more touch point on 1st August 2011. Second touch point on 1st September 2011. And then we are out here. This is a diagonal line, so it is a variable line of resistance. So for today, I would peg the resistance to be for this month at around 4,848. That's the resistance for this month. Now, if we go into a weekly time frame and look at it, you will get a much more better appreciation. So there's a whole lot of room for this blue sky area, and we could have multiple formations out here. If they become bull flags, then we could continue going up. If they become bear flags, then we could start coming down. If they become a head and shoulder pattern, then we could come down. So we have to start watching for patterns. I don't have any more parallel channels out here, so this is all I got, and I don't have any new pattern on the weekly time frame. Let's go into the daily time frame and have a look at this again. So in the daily time frame, I would say that this was the flagpole, this was a bull flag, and we broke out. So if I was to use that approach, then the breakout point was out here. So my new target for gold is 4,191.80. That's what I'm looking at for gold. And I guess you guys are now able to see my chart. Put call ratio is almost neutral. And I would go and look at the Canadian 5-year bond. So Canadian 5-year bond tried to break out, and it has come back in again. We have a holiday, so not much of a change has happened out here. But we have to break through this line of support, which is also the neckline for the reverse head and shoulder. And if we break down from there, then I can see a whole lot of good for our Canadian real estate market. So I'll be watching this space going forward. But for clues, I would like to look at US 5-year, and US 5-year has come down significantly today. So I'm expecting that when our market opens on Tuesday, so we will probably see a good deal of a drop out here. Next, let's go on and have a look at our indicators. S&P 500 is definitely going to open much higher, but within this parallel band. And we are still going to look at the top and bottom of this parallel to give us some guidance for resistance and support. MACD is bearish, market sentiment is bearish, momentum is below average. Same is the story for NASDAQ. Yeah, and in case of NASDAQ, the upper bounds is 24,691. Let us see where the futures are for NASDAQ, 24,789. So 24,789 is where we are, and this is 24,692. So we are going to open above, we are most probably going to open above this parallel channel. Then the question for us is going to be, are we going to stay above it? But the positive thing would be that even though on Friday we broke into this parallel channel and broke through the top of the parallel channel, we have not confirmed under it. So that's a good thing. That is assuming we close above the parallel. If we don't close above the parallel, then we are firmly into this parallel channel, and there are chances of us confirming inside the parallel channel becomes much higher than what it looks like right now. So we'll reevaluate that tomorrow. QQQ is up 1.66% in pre-market trade, and it is above the halfway point of this parallel channel. So you can see this dotted line out here. And the dotted line today is at around 597.43, and pre-market we are at 599.38. So the center line is going to act as a support for us today, and we are going to try to move back upwards. So that's what QQQ is saying. And then I would like to go and have a look at AI. NVDA is bouncing back. It's up 3.02%. The good part is that we did not confirm below this line of resistance. So I've still left it to be a support, and we'll have to see what happens today. If we close above this line of support, then that's well and good. But if we close below this, then we'll confirm this as a resistance, because on Friday we had closed below this. So keep that in mind. If you ask me what direction the market is going to go, I have no clue. The reason I have no clue is because Trump has made some conciliatory noise, but you could have somebody like Hegseth come out and say something, or you could have Besant come out and say something, or there's another guy in there who keeps on making funny statements, so he could come out and make some reckless statement. We don't know what could happen. So it's all in a Goldilocks scenario, trying to get a positive bias and trying to continue to move up. But market is definitely petrified with all the volatility. Meta is up 1.46%, but friends, I don't think Meta is going up anywhere. I still think it's on its way for its target to 652.29. And let's look at Google, which is up 1.42, but it is still below this diagonal line of support of the bullish pennant, and I'm going to mark that red. And we closed below that yesterday on Friday. So today we have to close above that. If we don't, then we would have confirmed this line of resistance as a resistance, and then that will become a permanent resistance. Now, when I say permanent, I mean a strong resistance. Right now, it's a minor resistance, but if we close below that, it will become a confirmed resistance. And then our support is around 226.93. Amazon is up 1.26%. But I think Amazon still has resistance out here. Let me mark this diagonal as a resistance. It has got a minor resistance at 222.73, and we need to close above this resistance in order to confirm that as a support. But if we close below that, we would confirm this as a resistance. And then I think we are going to look for new patterns to show where we are going. Next, let's go to Apple. Apple is up 1.61%, and it has managed to go above, open above the diagonal line of resistance, which was created yesterday when the share price fell sharply. But this morning, that line has become a support, and it's giving support at 248.72. Again, for us, if we close below 248.72, then we would have confirmed this diagonal line of support to become a diagonal line of resistance. We have to watch that. And the prospects are even because MACD is bearish and market sentiment has dropped and momentum is below average. So anything could happen today when the market opens, and Microsoft is up 1.35%. It's well above the support of 514.61. So if it closes above this, then we are fine. But if it closes below it, then 514.77 becomes a confirmed resistance. So the quality of the market, pre-market, and when it closes, has got a wide range in which it could manifest itself. So it could be like day and night. So please be careful out there. Again, that's my personal opinion, not financial advice. We got Tesla. Tesla was in this parallel channel and continues to be in this parallel channel. For today, the parallel channel resistance is to 425.58. Right now, we are at 423.55. So if we break out of this, then we'll have to close above this the following day and above the candle that gets formed today. And then we'll be able to confirm this parallel channel as a support. Otherwise, we'll see what happens when the market closes later today. Oracle is up 1.96%, and it's above this diagonal line of support, which was a diagonal line of resistance from below before. On Friday, we broke down below that, but the pre-market trade shows that we are opened way above it. So if we close above this diagonal line of support, I would be happy to confirm this as a support. But if we close below that, then we'd be back to where we were before. And we still have a gap fill to be done for Oracle. So I'm thinking chances of us closing below is much higher than closing above. AMD is up 3.89% in pre-market trades. We still have a gap fill to be completed. And I think we have very strong support at 203.90 for AMD. SMCI is up 3.67%. We have recovered almost 33% of Friday's losses, but there's a long way to go. And I think we will continue to get support at 2.87 for today. And let's see what happens when the market opens. Broadcom is also up. Simpatico, it's up 3.56%. And it's above this diagonal line of support, which is 333.83. And if we close above this, it's well and good, and we'll continue to hold that as a support. However, if we close below that, we would be in the process of confirming this diagonal line of support as a diagonal line of resistance. And for us to confirm that as a resistance, I think not only do we need to close below that, we'll also need to close below to 324.43. So we are going to be in a period of flux, and we have a gap up that needs to be filled up. I think we are working towards it. Palantir is up 2.22%, and it's recovered more than 33% of whatever it lost on Friday. This is the second consecutive day of loss, but Palantir appears to be slightly stronger than it was on 3rd of October, because on 3rd of October, we had a much bigger candle which went further down, but the candle that we had on Friday could not manage to go as low. So there is a little bit of inherent strength, and we also have this parallel channel in which we are moving. And the diagonal line, which marks the center of this channel, is going to provide us support today at 178.01. And failing that, we will have support at 175.45. SMH is up 3.28%, but it has got this firm resistance out here. I'm just going to pull this down a little bit. So our resistance is at 346.48, and we are on our way back upwards. I'm going to put another resistance out here to show you. This, in my mind, marks a resistance, and this is going to be at 336.75. And we will have a support at 333.81. So that's what I have for SMH. Tempus AI is down 2.89% in pre-market trades. And as soon as it hits 90.35, I would definitely get interested in Tempus AI, and we'll reevaluate what to do out there. But overall, Tempus AI still looks good to me. It looks like a bull flag. And yeah, I'd like to watch a few more candles out here. Next, let's go on and have a look at Genomics. And in Genomics, I'm looking at Prime. Prime is no longer looking as bullish as it did before. I think if we consider this to be a bull flag, if I take this as a bull flag, now we are almost to 60% below the middle of the bull flag. I think we are almost 60% down. So we are 10% below the middle of the bull flag. So strictly speaking, I think that this is no longer a bull flag happening out here. The channel looks bearish to me, but I can't confirm it. I would like to see a few more candles coming through. And let us look at this interesting thing out here. Let me just pull this out. And we have this diagonal line of support, which has been supporting us for a long time. And for today, the support is going to be 5.72. Next, let's look at Intelia. Intelia still looks a little bit bullish to me at this point of time. It's looking like a bull flag being formed out here. And we have resistance at 27.15. I'd like to watch 2 or 3 more candles before making a call on it, but overall it still looks bullish. Caribou is up 2.01%, and it's no longer looking bullish to me. And if this is the bull flag, I would say that we are below 50% of the bull flag. So I want to watch more candles before I can give a verdict. It's up 2.01% in pre-market trade. Beam Therapeutics is up 2.20% in pre-market trade. And I don't know what to make of Beam. I would like to see a few more candles coming up here. We had a target out here, which is a bull flag target of 29.03. I don't think I can keep that target in place, because what is still dominant is this topping tail that we had, which we could not close above. So there is still a bearishness out there. Altimean is up 1.02%, and we have Editas, which is up 1.08%. And we have Illumina, which is up 1.49%. It still has the support out here at 93.61. And CRISPR Therapeutics, of course, I made a video on CRISPR Therapeutics. They seem to have a little more range than they had before. And the company is looking increasingly good. I think it's already starting to look like a blue chip in the making. And I do regret that I don't have the shares. But then I have this conflict. In the past, I used to hold good shares for a long period of time. And then something would happen and they will go into the negative, and I would kick myself that I should have taken the profits. So that's what I have been doing this year. I have been taking profits. So I have a whole lot of profits sitting, realized profits sitting in my portfolio. And I have a lot of unrealized losses sitting in my portfolio. So the choice for me is that when it comes to tax time, I can calibrate. So if I have got more real estate income coming in, I can realize more losses on the trading side and offset it against the profits. So those are the options available for me. I would like to hear your philosophy. Put that in the comment section, please. Next, let's go on to Allogene. Allogene is up 8.94% today. And we are still below the horizontal line of resistance of 1.35. This should be red, because we fell down on Friday and we converted that line of support into a resistance. It is still a resistance today. And if we close below this and close below the candle that we have here at around 1.20, then we would have confirmed this resistance. Next, let's go for Grail. Grail is up 1.19% today. And we still have a bearish sign out here, but I would be cautiously optimistic. I'd like to see a few more candles out here before writing off Grail. But if I had Grail, I would definitely buy some protection out here. And look at PACB, it's up 2.82%. It has still got this diagonal line of support, providing support today at 1.44. But I would like to see us close above this line of support so that we can confirm it. Now we have ARCG, which is up 1.35% in pre-market trades. And I don't know what is happening out here. This was my flagpole. Last time I saw it, I was thinking this is my flagpole, and we have completely covered up the entire flagpole. So I would like to watch a few more of these candles out here, then decide what to do. Vertex is down 11%, 0.11% in pre-market trades, and a resistance at 413.74 is imminent. And let's look at Ginkgo Bioworks. It's up 4.22% in pre-market trades. We have this diagonal line of support, which was breached on Friday, which now becomes a diagonal line of resistance. And if we close below this, we'll confirm that as a resistance. Next, let's go to Unicure, which is up 0.71% in pre-market trades. This diagonal line of support continues to be a line of support for Unicure. I want to go to Precision. Precision is moving up significantly. This morning, it's up 7.05%. There is some good news for Precision. Let us look at the news out here. Papazimov's data has come out and it's looking extremely good. I'll make a separate video on this, so I don't want to steal the thunder of that video from here. But suffice to say that Precision is doing pretty good. And next, let us look at Eli Lilly, which is back into the regression channel. And if we close within the regression channel, we would have confirmed that we are going to be under the influence of the regression channel. Now let's go on and have a look at RAR, which is Unicure. And for Unicure, we are up 1.59% in pre-market. And we have a diagonal line of support out here. And also, I think we're going to get good support for Unicure somewhere around 31.02. we still have a cup and handle target, which will take us to 35.06. Inf was asking about RKT. RKT is up 0.98% in pre-market trade. I don't know if we have performed a trend change out here, but I would like to see a few more candles in order to make a determination. And we were also looking for MP. MP, let us go to AI, and we have MP out here. I have 50 shares of MP. I took profit on the other 50. We are still marching towards our target of 86.30. Pre-market, we are already coming to the top of this topping tail that we had, and we are likely to close above that because rare earths is at the center of the conflict. And the fact that MP is still high up there indicates that people are not buying. At least the section of the market is not buying what Trump is saying, that everything will be fine with China. Because Trump created the escalation and Trump can solve the escalation. And people think that there's a taco trade in the offing. And that's why the stock market is going up. But MP seems to tell me a different story. MP seems to say that there is still going to be rare earths issue going on, because of which MP will be critically important to the US government, and therefore the US government will continue pouring money into MP and buying more from MP. So that's the way I look at it out here. And what else do we have here? Let's go on to currencies. And I'm looking at Bitcoin USD. Bitcoin USD is back into the parallel channel. And if we close within the parallel channel today, then I think we would have confirmed the bottom of the parallel channel as a support. We have dropped a whole lot, but then that's what happens with crypto. Likewise for Ethereum also, we did a smart recovery and we are going up. We were going up all the way to 4,195.26, but then closed the previous day at 4156.07. Since then, we have dropped a little bit, but if the stock market has improved, I would see improvement coming into Bitcoin as well as Ethereum when the stock market opens. Next, I want to look at XRP USD. XRP USD has got 3 green candles so far. So things are looking positive for XRP, and it's going to face resistance somewhere around 2.7992. That's the resistance for XRP. Okay, guys. So that brings me to an end of today's session. And if you don't have anything else that you want to ask me, then I think I would like to wind up the session. Hot Dog is saying over 1 million leverage Bitcoin positions were liquidated on Friday. Yes, that's a big amount, and that's why we saw that huge red candle. And hopefully there are people coming back into the market. And also remember, a whole lot of Bitcoins are sitting in the treasuries of Tesla, in the treasuries of MSTR and a few other companies. Those are not coming out. So there is already a limitation in how many Bitcoin is available for purchase. And also we have the halving event that took place. So new coins minted are going to be less, and that's a finite limit to Bitcoin. So overall, I'm bullish. We'll see what happens when the market opens and how the candles fall, and we'll take it step by step. With that, my friends, I'd like to bring this video to an end. I'll catch up with you again in the next one.